Welcome to another episode of Keep Austin Keto. Today I'm going to be making a cornbread recipe that I got from someone in the keto community. Her name is Sunny Parker, and I will attach a link down below the video. So if you want to check her out, you can see her amazing story. The recipe I'm using is not exactly hers, but a majority of the ingredients came from this recipe that she shared with us at a keto meetup. While I'm on keto meetups, if you guys haven't attended any of the local Keep Austin Keto meetups, if you're in the area, check out the page. I have a Facebook page, Keep Austin Keto. Also on Instagram, I am keep.austin.keto as well. So check those out. Let's go ahead and get started with this. I went ahead and prepped most of the ingredients. So to start, I'm gonna do dry ingredients first. So this is the almond flour that I'm using here. And I'll post links down below for you. So we're gonna do 3 cups of almond flour. And you can use any brand of almond flour that you choose. It doesn't have to be this one. I just happened to grab this one at the store at H-E-B at my local store because it was what was available to me at the time. So I'm doing dry ingredients in this bowl here. I've got 3 cups of almond flour. I'm gonna add a half a teaspoon of Redmond sea salt in the dry ingredient side. I've also got 2 tablespoons of baking powder, so go ahead and get that added in as well. And there's your dry ingredients. We'll just go ahead and give this a good stir. So I've made this one other time and it turned out really well. I should have mentioned that you want to go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. I'm using a cast iron skillet. You can use just a normal baking pan if you want. I am from the country and I like cornbread in a cast iron. So that is what I'm using. All right, so there's your dry ingredients. Just gonna set this aside. And I'm going to mix the wet ingredients now. So I went ahead and pre-mixed the eggs. So we'll get those poured in there. And then we're gonna add in 2 tablespoons of heavy whipping cream. Get that added in as well. And then I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of the corn extract. Get that in there, and I'll show you the corn extract. I'm also going to link that below, so go ahead and get in the corn extract. And this is what it looks like. It's amaretti. Let's see if I can get that in there. I bought it on Amazon, and I'll post the link for that below as well. I did use a different sugar, and the sugar that I'm using is Monk Drops. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to add 28 drops here. So I'll also use bacon grease in my pan as well. Being from the country, I like to, the first time I made it, I used coconut oil. So if you want it to be a little bit cleaner, use some coconut oil. It still browned the bottom of the cornbread really well. But this time I decided I'm gonna use bacon grease being from the country. So the next thing we're gonna do is fold the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. The last time I did this, it didn't fold so well, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that a try. So I'm gonna put in half of this, and then we'll give it a good, fold this in like this. We'll just keep this going. My pan's in the oven right now, and it's heated really well, so I'm looking forward to the sizzle that's gonna happen when I pour this into the pan, so. Man. Smells really good. All right, let's go ahead and get the rest of this in. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know what you want to see. I'll see if I can find a recipe. A lot of times I just start throwing things together, and that's how I like to cook. So recipes really are something that I'm having to work on. So And it takes a little bit more time, but I was pretty happy with the way that this turned out. And then once I get this folded in, we'll go ahead and add the butter. So the butter is gonna be 10 tablespoons of butter. It smells so good. The last time I made cornbread, and the first time I did it, I added in some hatch green chilies. So I love jalapeno cornbread. It's too bad I don't have any jalapenos right now, so I'm gonna go with just the basic recipe, which is fine. So there's that. We'll get the butter poured in here. So here's the butter. So I've got 10 tablespoons. You'll have that melted. Make sure it's room temperature, that it's not hot. You don't want to pour that in here hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that poured in. We're gonna get this mixed. Then I'm gonna grab the pan, cast iron skillet. I think Sunny used a 9x13 pan, so feel free to use that instead. I did have one of those, but again, going back to my roots and thinking about how excited I was to have cornbread again, I went ahead and used the cast iron. So I'm gonna finish getting this mixed up. I'm gonna come right back, grab the cast iron, get that poured into the pan. I don't know if you can see that there. Let's get it closer so you can take a look. Look at that. I also want to make flapjacks. Just some cornbread in a skillet that kind of looks like a pancake. So that was something else we made when I was growing up. So that's going to be another video to test this in a cast iron. Just making flapjacks. So be right back. Okay, so I'm back and I've got some bacon grease in the bottom of here. If you want to take and just roll it around, be really careful, don't burn yourself on the edges so that also the sides will brown as well. And then we'll go ahead and get this poured in. Let's see if I can do this from the side here. Hopefully it's still at a place where it's super hot and will sizzle. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a small sizzle, but that's always a good sign. Okay. So once I get all that there, go ahead and spread this around. There we go. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hope you can see that it's sizzling around the edges. I'm gonna get this in the oven. It's gonna be about 28 minutes or so. It's gonna be dependent on your oven as well. So just keep an eye on it. Set it for 28 minutes. Set it and forget it. Well, don't really forget it, but set it. 28 minutes later, check back and see how it's doing. But there it is. All right, let me get that in the oven. See you guys in about 30 minutes. Okay, I'm back. It's been 28 minutes in the oven. As you can see, I'm touching it here. Probably could have done a little bit better on the mixing, but that's okay. I think it's gonna be fine. Normally I would wait about 10 minutes to cut into this, but because I want to show it to you, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a cut. Goodness, I'm already kind of wanting to dig in. So, and I'm just gonna do center cut of cornbread here in cast iron. There we go. And you can cut these even smaller if you want. You can probably go half that, but I'm gonna pull this out of here so you can see it. Be careful, this cast iron is still very hot. I just took it out of the oven. I have a towel wrapped around the handle back here, so just be very careful. Don't burn yourself like I did earlier, but look at that. Isn't that amazing? Look at the bottom. It browned up like it should have. So there's that. I'm just gonna put it on the plate here, and I had butter already on the plate. And there you have it. Butter is melting right on top. That's probably how I'll have it. Just give this a quick rub across the top there. And I will have a bite. Let's try this one. It doesn't have the hatch green chilies in it. I'll make another batch and do the hatch green chili version next time. That's good. All right, guys. Like and subscribe to my channel. Let me know if there's anything else that you would like to see. Hope to see you guys again soon.